Hi friends, I thought we could be outside today because look, it's beautiful. Our tulip magnolia trees blooming, there's red camellias back there, and it's perfect, pink and red for Valentine's Day. Today we're going to read Freckles and Willie by Margery Cuyler. It's one of my daughter's favorite books. Freckles was Willie's best friend. He was always there when Willie needed him. If Willie was lonely, Freckles would bring him something to play with. If Willie had a cold, Freckles would curl up on his feet like a warm pair of slippers. If Willie was sad, Freckles would lean against him and make him feel better. Because Willie was new in town and he had no other children to play with, so he always played with Freckles. Early in February, Willie woke up and looked at his calendar. Valentine's Day was less than 2 weeks away. I'll have to make a surprise Valentine for Freckles, he said to himself. Has to be perfect. Can't be too big or too small. I'll draw dog biscuits around the edge. Willie worked all day on the Valentine. Finally, it was finished, and he hid it in his closet. Later that week, another new family moved into the house across the street, and a girl who was Willie's age came over to make friends. Hi, she said. My name is Jane. I'm Willie, said Willie, and this is Freckles. Jane sneezed. I'm allergic to dogs, she sniffed. Willie patted Freckles and put him in the basement. You'll only have to stay here a few hours, he said, and Freckles began to bark. While Willie and Jane played cards, Freckles barked louder. Does he always bark that loud? Said Jane. No, said Willie, he wants to be with us. I can't stand that noise, she said. Let's go to my house and play. So for the next few days, Willie went to play at Jane's house, and Freckles stayed at home and waited for Willie to return. When Willie walked in the door, Freckles wagged his tail. Jane says your tail looks like an old string, said Willie. Freckles found his favorite bone for Willie. Jane says your bones smell, said Willie. Freckles put his head on Willie's knee. I can't play with you right now, said Willie. I have to make a Valentine's for Jane. Freckles went down to the basement and lay on his pillow in the dark. Willie worked hard on Jane's Valentine. He made it out of red construction paper and aluminum foil, and he pasted ribbons, lace, and stars on it. On Valentine's Day, Willie took it to Jane's card next door, and Freckles followed him outside. No, Freckles, you can't come. You have to stay home. Jane doesn't like dogs, remember? Freckles barely wagged his tail and he whimpered as Willie went over to Jane's house. When Willie rang the doorbell, Jane answered. Hi, said Willie, I brought you a present. Yuck! You made me a Valentine's. I hate Valentines, and she slammed the door. Willie blinked and his eyes filled with tears. I'm going home, he said. When Willie got home, Freckles wasn't waiting for him. Freckles! Called Willie, but Freckles didn't come. Willie looked for Freckles in all of his favorite places, but Freckles wasn't in any of them. Not in the basement, not in the kitchen, not even under Willie's bed. He looked for Freckles beneath the lilac bushes and in the garage. Freckles! He called, but Freckles did not come. Oh no, where's Freckles? Suddenly, Willie remembered he had made Freckles a Valentine's, and he went inside to get it. And he opened his closet door, and there was Freckles. Freckles! Shouted Willie. I've been looking all over for you. I thought you'd run away. Willie dragged Freckles out of the closet, and he opened his arms. But Freckles didn't jump into them. He just lay there and put his head between his paws. Oh, Freckles, said Willie, I'm sorry I was so mean. Freckles wagged his tail once. I'll never desert you again, said Willie. Freckles wagged his tail harder. Willie reached for Freckles' Valentine's. Look what I made for you, he said, and Willie tied the Valentine to Freckles' collar. And Freckles wagged his tail so hard his whole body wiggled. He barked and barked. This Valentine is for you because I love you, said Willie. And Freckles jumped up and licked Willie all over his face. Later, while Willie did his homework, Freckles leaned against him, and Willie went to sleep that night, and Freckles was curled up on his feet like a warm pair of slippers. There you go, Freckles, I love you. So I hope you have a wonderful Valentine's Day, And maybe you have a Freckles or a puppy or kitty in your life, or maybe a bird or a fish. I don't know, a ferret. But I hope you have someone in your life that you love that you can cuddle with and share Valentine's Day with. I hope you have a great one, and join me again soon.